So when one of my daughters turned 16, she came home and she announced, I want a tattoo. I was definitely not very excited about that. And I tried to tell her the reasons, the dirty needles, hygiene, things I was really nervous about. She was pretty adamant. And so she told me she has a friend who's doing them in his basement. I was really not excited about that. So we got into an argument. I was saying no, she's saying yes, just total lack of communication at this point. And in case you're wondering, this is where the horse story comes in. So it made me think of a time that I was training one of my horses and we were both stuck, literally stuck. Neither of us would move our feet. I was trying to get him to move. He wouldn't move. So I had to really think, like, what does the lead horse do? Because I need to now be the leader, right? I need to be the one in charge. So what does the lead horse do? Because he's 1,000 pounds, I'm not going to win a tug of war. So I need to really be the leader. So one of the major roles of a lead horse is that he encourages and supports, he leads from behind. The lead horse does not drag. So the energy is supportive and encouraging from behind. Then another big part of the lead horse's duty, he controls the feet of all the other horses. So whether it's a shake of the head, pinning the ears, he can cause the other horses to move. So in training my horse, we're both stuck. I needed to also not move backwards. So moving backwards is a retreat. That's a big no-no because I don't want him, again, 1,000 pounds, I don't want him thinking he's the boss. So I can't move backwards because he's gonna think he's the leader, but guess what? I can move sideways. So I can carry leader energy moving sideways. And to him, he doesn't see that as a retreat. So it's a redirection. So I started reframing all my thoughts like, okay, don't retreat, redirect. Like just move sideways. Let's figure out another way to get out of this kind of frozen lack of communication situation that we're in. So taking it back to the situation with my daughter, if I stick to no, which I'm allowed to, I'm the parent, right? Does she go behind my back? Does she sneak out? So what? I punish her, I take away her phone. It wasn't the relationship I wanted with my child. So I just saw a downward spiral. I wanted to continue the communication because honestly, if she's 16 and she's coming to talk to me about things, I don't want to be the one that shuts that down. So can I carry the lesson of the horse? Can I move sideways? It's a renegotiation, really, or a negotiation, moving sideways. So I'm not retreating because if I retreat, then she's going to think mom's word means nothing and she can do whatever she wants. So we definitely didn't want that. And the bottom line for me, I had to think it's not about the tattoo. This is about a relationship. So I needed to not focus on the conflict. The relationship is more important than the conflict. I don't want to be the one slamming that door shut. Again, if she's coming to me wanting to talk to me about things, I want to keep the lines of communication open. Relationship is more important than the conflict. It's easy to get caught up in the conflict. So we negotiated. I picked the studio. I could make sure they were clean needles and all that kind of stuff. She picked the design and the placement, but I got to approve. And I paid for it. So if you know anything about tattoos, they're very expensive. So, and I got to go with her. So it's almost, sometimes I kind of think that tattooing is like the new ear piercing, where it was a big rite of passage to go with your daughter to get ear pierced. Now it's the tattooing. So again, in summary, the redirect, don't retreat, it leaves the lines of communication open because you're trying to think of your future relationship is more important than just that little thing that's going on right now. Stronger emotional connection because I'm listening to her. Teenagers, they think they know everything, and if you shut them down, it's just very insulting. And I love telling these stories. Thank you so much for having me. So many lessons learned from horses. You wouldn't believe the feedback is immediate. It's just been such a joy. I love telling these stories. You can find me on all the socials. I try to just give out stories for people to remember. It's not about the conflict. It's about the relationship. Thank you.